My name is Kelly Ma, and today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 food scientific concepts I have learned in FSHN 101. So I included this clip right here of cookies being baked. As you can see, it goes down, and then it starts to kind of like bubble at the top. So that video clip I just showed you of the cookie being baked actually shows 2 scientific concepts that we have learned in class so far about cookie being baked. So the first one, it would be caramelization. So caramelization is the final reaction to take place inside the cookie when it's being baked. It occurs at a temperature of about 356 degrees Fahrenheit. And basically caramelization is what happens when sugar molecules break down under high heat, and it kind of forms that like sweet, nutty, and like lightly bitter flavor compound that tastes like caramel, and it makes the cookie kind of like have like a richer flavor. The second scientific concept that the video of the cookies being baked shows is emulsion. So emulsion is basically when you combine 2 ingredients together that do not ordinarily mix easy, and butter is a prime example of an emulsified ingredient because it contains both fat and water. Butter is a main ingredient in cookies, and butter is held together by dairy solids, but as butter melts when it's being baked in the oven, the trapped water is basically released, and as the cookie gets hotter, the water expands into steam, and that's how you get the bubbly, like what's it called, like bumpy texture on like the top of the cookie. It's because the water is steaming up and pushing up against the surface of the cookie, which gives it its like bumpy top texture. Okay, so the second video clip I have for you is basically onions being caramelized. You can see the onions start out like being really hard and like white, like that's like the normal onion texture, like raw onion texture, and then you see she's like disking it around in the pan, and it's becoming like softer and like getting like kind of brown. And so Mallard's reaction is when the food is like heated up, and then the natural sucrose that's found within the food is basically transformed into glucose and fructose. Glucose and fructose have a sweeter like taste profile than sucrose, so when the onions are like hard and like white, you heat them up and then they become like brown and like softer and sweeter. That's Mallard's reaction. So the next video clip I actually have for you is kimchi. So the woman puts the kimchi into like the sealed glass container, and then it kind of shows how the kimchi changes. The hours is 6 to 12 hours not fermented, 24 to 48 hours half fermented, and 72 hours she's saying it's fully fermented. So the fourth scientific concept I'm going to be discussing is the fermentation in kimchi. So basically fermentation is the process of lactic acid bacteria producing organic acids which suppress the growth of harmful bacteria. So this helps extend the shelf life of the product, since harmful bacteria growth is prevented. So when you would have like a normal cabbage and you put it in the fridge, the cabbage would normally go bad in a few weeks, but with kimchi the shelf life is like much longer than like a normal cabbage, just because the fermentation process is able to keep harmful bacteria and mold from growing on the cabbage, and also gives it its more unique profile, taste profile. And for my last scientific process, I wasn't able to find a video, so I just have this picture for you. But this picture, I'm gonna make out of there more. Okay, so this picture basically depicts the process of pasteurization, which happens in milk, which will be the 5th scientific concept I will be discussing. So pasteurization involves heating liquids at high temperatures for a short amount of time to kill harmful microbes. So in the American dairy industry, this normally involves heating the milk for temperatures of 145 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, or you can heat it at 162 degrees Fahrenheit and hold that for 15 seconds. Pasteurization kills harmful microbes in milk without affecting the taste or the nutritional value, and this makes milk safer to drink and extends its shelf life so people are able to get it onto the shelves for consumers and have the product last longer.